Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Red, back at it with a brand new video on the channel. And today, as you guys can see, I have another NBA 2K17 video coming out. I just dropped another one. Please go check that out. That was actually the first video I dropped on this channel. That's just basically me making my player appearance and just showing you guys what you can do with that. And now today, I really want to show you my shot creator build, because as you guys can see, I have a shot creator, sharpshooter, glass cleaner, and a slasher. My primary account is my shot creator. I use my shot creator and my glass cleaner the most. The only reason why I really made a glass cleaner was simply because I wanted to have a big guy just in case I'll be running with him in park. My first guy I ever made was a sharpshooter. Then I made the glass, and I went down to slasher. My most recent one I created was a shot creator. I'm gonna get into that, but please, guys, show me lots of love. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and of course, leave a comment if you have any tips, requests, anything like that. I will be trying to upload weekly. Let's get in the video. So I really wanted to show you, as I already mentioned, my shot creator build. So let's get into this. Now, the thing is, guys, this build is going to, kind of going into some personal preference here, but I'm just going to give you guys the basis of this. Now, you're going to make him a point guard. Now, some people say shooting guard because you can make shooting guards bigger, but I rather stay with the point guard due to the fact that I kind of like when the ball is in my hands. I kind of like, having control of the game, and I really just want the ball in my hands because it kind of gets boring in career when you don't really have the ball in your hands. But, I mean, I guess you could also take it up as a shooting guard, but I would recommend staying with the point guard. He will be just as fast, and he will be just as tall, don't worry. So go with the point guard, and now, of course, you're going to go ahead and select shot creator. Now, the height. Now, the thing is with the height is there's a really big controversy here. A lot of people make him 6'1", or even 6'3", but I went ahead and made him 6'4". Now, of course, you could go up from there, but stay at 6'4", because 6'4" is actually the max amount, the maximum height you can actually choose and still be able to speed boost. So, anything below 6'4", you can speed boost, but I would recommend going 6'4". I mean, why not? You can still speed boost, and you're going to have that extra height on you, so you can get more boards and box out and just, do a number on the defense. So I would really recommend staying at 6'4". And now you have the wingspan. This is a major controversy in 2K17. You have people saying go ahead and max out the wingspan. You're going to be a lot better on defense, and you'll be able to get boards, you'll be able to get steals. But to tell you guys the truth, I actually went with the lower wingspan. Now, of course, I already mentioned this will be personal preference. If you really want to be a little bit more well-rounded, go ahead and knock up that wingspan to max. But the problem with that is your shot, as you guys can see, will go down. I mean, you can leave it alone. I mean, you honestly don't need to touch it if you don't want. But I recommend decreasing it all the way because I play with my shot creator on this build, right? I still get boards. I still play great defense. I still get steals. I mean, it works out. Plus, you're going to get that extra boost on your shot. So go ahead and decrease that all the way. And now the weight. Now, some people really say that, well, I mean, Red, why can't I speed boost? I mean, I made my guy 6'4". I decreased his wingspan. I mean, I don't know why. It's probably the weight. The problem is if you make your guy too heavy, he won't be able to speed boost. Now, of course, as you guys can see, the max amount is 225 for a 6'4" shot creator. Don't do that. You want to be faster as a shot creator, plus you can completely max out your agility. So go ahead and decrease it all the way. If you decrease it all the way, you're going to be a lot faster. You can see everything that goes up there, and you can speed boost. So please go ahead and decrease that all the way. Now, the shoulder width. Now, a lot of people say the shoulder width doesn't really do anything. You can max it out if you'd like, or you can just decrease it all the way. It doesn't really make a difference. But I actually kind of disagree with that. As you guys, now I want you guys to look at the wingspan as I increase this. The wingspan actually goes up, which will result in a worse shot. Well, not a worse shot, but a less great shot. You know what I'm saying? I actually decreased it all the way. I really made this guy really short arms because he is very, 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 very good at shooting, which is the reason why I did that. So go ahead and decrease the shoulder width. And I actually made him right-handed, and the number, of course, doesn't matter. So I'm going to back out of this. I'm just going to back out of all of this, and I'm going to go ahead and open up my shot creator right now. Now, this is a live stream, so I'm not going to be able to cut any of this out because I really wanted to show you guys. I really just want to connect with you guys. I want some people to maybe join this stream just for a little bit, and I also didn't want to, make you guys think that I'm cheating. I might have photocopied something, anything like that. So most of my videos will be live streams. And if you guys haven't checked out my other video I made today, please go ahead and check that out. It really it doesn't really, help with anything that much. But if you guys are curious how to make a cool looking shot creator, or even a cool looking my player, just go ahead and check out that video, and you will probably like what you see. Now, as you guys can see, my guy is a 67 overall. I actually made him 3 days ago, so I have been grinding on this guy. I have every badge except Teardropper. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that right now. So let's go down into, you know what, actually, I'm going to go to my career, what the hell am I saying? Alright, so as you guys can see, I am a 67 overall. My height is 6'4", so you guys can see, you know, everything's the same. Actually, I made him 175, I'm sorry. But, you know, 174, 175, same thing, right? Now, you guys can look at when I was drafted, my personality, all that, whatever. But this is where it matters. So I have catch and shoot, corner special, deep range Deadeye, difficult shots, mid-range Deadeye, tireless score, ankle breaker, pickpocket, one-man fast break, expressive, spark plug. You know, the personality badges don't really matter that much, but I would really recommend, you know, just playing the game and you will end up getting it. Now, as you guys see, the only, you know, shot creator badges that I have are really difficult shots, mid-range Deadeye, tireless score, and ankle breaker. So as you guys can see right there, I do not have. I'm sorry, guys, my mind just went blank. I don't have Teardropper. And as you guys can see, my hotspots, pretty much everywhere on the floor is my hotspot except like the deep middle right there. Before going in the park, you guys really need to get your hotspots up. It will benefit you, and you will be able to make a lot of shots. So just go ahead and just play a ton of my career while you're grinding for these badges, and I'm sure your hotspots will kick up, and you will be a lot hotter in park. So now I kind of want to show you guys what I did. So as you guys can see, of course, I have difficult shots, tireless score, ankle breaker, mid-range, and I don't have Teardropper. And I am a 67 overall. I really wanted to just kind of make them from the ground up. I didn't buy VC on any of my accounts. I really want to do it myself, and this is my legit account. So you guys see difficult shots, tireless score, ankle breaker. I'm not going to get into that again. But the first badge I actually unlocked was mid-range Deadeye, and I made a mistake. The way you should be unlocking these badges is kind of in sequence. The good thing about the shot creator badges is that they're all connected. What I mean by that is I should have went for difficult shots, tireless score, and ankle breaker first, because that you can actually get those all pretty much around the same time. To get difficult shots, you actually need to get 100 to 200 shots while moving. You know, hit some fadeaways, 100 to 200, somewhere in there. Same thing with actually tireless score, you need to get 200 shots while moving. You know, they're pretty much the same exact badge. And ankle breaker, of course, you guys know this is the infamous one. You need to get 200 double moves leading to score. And you actually want to score because on your shot creator, you're supposed to score. If you had a playmaker, you'd pass the assist because you could also help get dimer and other things in there. And then range Jedi, you're supposed to do last. I actually did the opposite because throughout that whole process, when you're grinding for difficult shots, tireless score, and ankle breaker, you're going to start taking these shots from the mid-range, and that's also going to benefit you. And to get mid-range Jedi, you actually need to get 150 to 200 mid-range jumpers. And I'll be probably doing bash tutorials on this just to show you guys kind of what you're going to need to do, get more in depth with it, but I just want to give you guys a broad overview with that. And then the real order you should be doing this, as I mentioned, was difficult shots, tireless score, ankle breaker. Do those all three. Then do Teardropper, because most likely when you're doing floaters, you're going to be in the mid-range zone again, and then get mid-range Deadeye. And as you guys can see, I mostly only upgrade my shooting off the dribble, because that is very important. I mean, my guy's pretty wet when he's, you know, shooting off the dribble, of course. And then I also upgrade my agility. So just try to upgrade the most important things first, because as you guys know, this year in 2K17, you have a limit on what you should be able to do with that. And the problem is, I really don't have a lot of signature styles on, to tell you guys the truth. But I do use, you know, high school one, because I don't have the jump shot creator yet, and I don't really buy my jump shots. But just go ahead and put high school one on. It is a really nice wet shot. I left everything else normal. And that's basically going to wrap up this video. I really just wanted to show you guys what I had. I'm not going to get threes up with you. But yeah, so basically when you guys are making your shot creator, I would really recommend you watch this entire video. If you have watched all the way up to this, I want to say thank you. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Also, go ahead and check that other video I dropped. It was basically my player's appearance. And I will be trying to upload weekly, as I already mentioned. And thanks again, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the other side. Stay classy, and I'll see you in the next one, alright? Peace.